What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever. Period. I'm your host,
The
Pharaoh.
yelling?
Singing.
Ooh.
I'm your host, Pharaoh.
We're
joined by our pressed ass co-host.
Oh, never that, mama. Never that, mama. Never that.
Okay, because you
never
sounded like him.
Oh, I've never been pressed in my life.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
Period. But we're
here. To sing in your life.
Huh? What'd you say?
Huh?
Okay, but we're here to discuss episodes 4, 5, and 6 of Survivor Australia, Brains versus Brawn 2, honey. I know that's the fuck right. We are here. This second drop was still cute. Australian Survivor always is cute. I'm sorry. It eats it up every time. It does it for me every time. We will be live right after this to talk about the Survivor US premiere.
Well, not right after, girl.
We'll see. Well, Survivor US will be premiering right after this, and then we will be live right after it premieres to discuss.
Yeah, girl. Because we said what we said. This is Survivor fucking Wednesday, mama. Okay.
Amen, mama.
So every single fucking Wednesday, we're gonna be covering coverage. So I can't even talk.
You got it. Covering coverage,
Survivor Australia and Survivor US. So be here or be square. And anybody in the chat that say, "Oh, I can't watch," guess what?
Ooh.
We put free links in the motherfucking bio. So if you want to watch, click one of those goddamn links or options, watch the show, and then come back and watch us. Or just watch us, which is a personal favorite of mine.
Period. I love that. Shout out to Theodore. Theodore says we need Indy back to Chris.
We do.
Chris Laura out of this game. Laura, her aura was making me feel some type of way immediately. But I was like, you know what? She's controlling it. I let her do her thing. This drop, she could go.
Laura really pissed me off this week. I don't know. Something about her aura is giving me male identified, very dark, not girly girl, not pink aura, very dark, very masculine, very,
a blue, a gray, a black, maybe polka dot. I don't know.
And if someone made a good point, like, and I agree with this statement, they was like, Logan is actually still pretty interesting, even though she's kind of on that side. I don't know. Something about Logan is still cunty.
Dynamic, maybe?
Dynamic. But then someone else commented, they were like, basically, Logan is like a fun villain potential, whereas Laura is just annoying.
It's just a bird. Laura just gives bird.
No
but yes. So guys, it is a special day for many reasons. Of course, it's Survivor Day, but also today is the 3-year anniversary of the Reality Kingdom. 3 years as of today. Lee and I. So that is really fun. That is really fresh. It's a special day to be here. I'm feeling good. I'm happy. We're doing 2 podcasts. This is it. We're back. Usually, because we started off this podcast doing Big Brother Canada. Usually, this would have been Big Brother Canada premiere because we started off with BB Can 10 and Survivor or whatever season that was at the same time. But yeah, that's gone. So
no, it's actually so sad. I feel like it still wouldn't have been the premiere yet because it's early February. Usually it starts in March. So definitely next week or so. But, thank y'all to everyone who's joined us on this journey because, we started off really, really small, really, really small. And we have just in a short time been able to build this community, this kingdom, if you will.
Amen.
And I really enjoy it. I always love the kind messages and the support, because I feel like we really are doing what we set out to do. We wanted to create a community of people like us, for us,
amen,
and for y'all. Because I feel like, we're very unapologetically Black. We really are. And a lot of podcasts, they don't want to give that. We're not professional. Well, I think we are professional. We're just not the quote unquote box field level of professional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of people come into the chat, they loud, they hear us gagging, they hear us laughing. But we get into the teas, especially if you watch Big Brother Survivor.
Amen.
We break down the strategy. We predict who's going to win. Amen. We be right. That's the main thing. We be right.
Amen.
So it's we are professional in the sense that we're going to give you the information, but we're also going to kiki about it. And that's the problem. I think a lot of people think that Black people are not educated. So anytime information is passed on by them, it's giving DEI information. No, we give y'all the real and we keep it real.
Amen. Thank you. And special thank you to the kingdom. Everybody here, everyone who's been here with us. We've started off at literally 100 motherfucking zero people. And we worked our way up, and now we're at 5,000 plus subscribers. It feels so good. Thank you guys for supporting us through this, through Big Brother Rewinds, Reality Rewinds. We went through 10 different shows and this and this and that. Thank you. Because y'all be here. Y'all be rocking with us.
And the reason why we're covering this stuff is because y'all grew with us, and we was like, okay, we need to start giving them more. Because it was literally only Big Brother and Survivor, and now we're doing
Australian Survivor. So yes, we're here. Thank you so much, Kingdom. I feel good to be here, and we can get into another special shout out. I have to give a
lot of shout outs, Mama.
I have to give a shout out. Shout out to Tanya. Shout out to Tanya.
Happy birthday, Tanya, girl. You better see this.
It is Tanya's birthday, I believe, was February 22nd. I just want to give her a big shout out. She's always making sure she shows us our love and our support, and I want to show her our love and support. Shout out to all the kingdom. Love and support to all the kingdom. It's definitely given we need to make a Patreon so that we could give special shout outs over at Patreon, but we'll talk about that on another motherfucking time. Okay, thank you. Mwah. Let's get into the motherfucking episode, right, Lee?
Yeah, let's get into it, Mama, because we gotta be ready for this Survivor US episode.
We do gotta be ready.
Which is, I will say, and I said this in the cast reaction, like, I am kind of a little bit excited for Survivor. I just think, honestly, like, any show that come on at 7 now, I'm like, damn, I'm like really just like not like trying to be tuned into, because like the way my sleep schedule has been, I be tired. Okay, I don't know how old I am all of a sudden, but I be tired. So about 7, 8, I'd be like, woo. But honestly, Survivor, I'm really excited. I want to give it another chance. I think this cast is going to be great. But I agree. We'll get into it together tonight. Let's talk about the Australian girlies.
Amen. Now, with the Australian girlies, of course, like we did last episode, we'll just do it again. We are going to be talking about one tribe at a time. So first, we're going to discuss the Brain tribes because, baby, they carrying the show. Brawns Tribe are carrying.
They keep losing.
It's because they keep losing. It is because they keep losing.
I will say, like, the personalities are so dynamic, like very, very interesting. I'm excited that we're getting a tribe swap next week. I just hope that my faves are safe because I love a good tribe swap.
I agree. Shout out to Chanel. Shout out to Chanel. Chanel says happy anniversary to you guys. Your recaps always make my day. Wow, how funny and kind you both are. Stop it. Oh my God. Thank you. But yes, we are here at the Brawns Tribe.
It's a mess, girl. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Let's start off with this. The girls on one side, the boys on the other.
Because the girls
turns into 10 different other things.
11 different. I'm finna have to move these people around all day. But
not one person in the Brawns Tribe got a brain except Card and Zara. Card and Zara are carrying.
Yes. Okay, because last episode, I remember I was like, yeah, my faves are like Logan, Laura, Indy. Totally switch. Karen and Zara are my faves. Literally. I love Miles. Karen, Zara, and Miles. Fuck it.
Honestly, the entire Graduates Alliance.
The
and honestly, AJ, look, y'all.
You liking them?
Well, no.
Okay.
This is what I'm gonna say about AJ. I'm getting a main character energy. I've seen a lot of reality TV, and it's not giving Crash Out at this point. And then, especially when I compare it to Titans versus Rebels, it gives like a main character archetype a little bit. So I think AJ is gonna go far. No shade. So I just need to go ahead and get on the AJ train. I don't need to be annoyed for 8 weeks. Is my point.
And I thought I needed to do that too, but I just decided that I'm just gonna have to go with my heart, and my heart tells me fuck that nigga. So
I'm not. Sorry. I will say I prefer Zara, Karen, Caitlyn, and Miles for sure.
Amen.
But AJ,
at least he's on the right side.
Exactly. And that is why I'm like, okay, AJ, okay, I feel you because you're working with my girls, so I'm gonna let you have it.
I'm rooting for Miles down, y'all. It's real bad. We'll get into it.
I think, but the fear came from the whole bomb squad thing. I was like, ooh, what is this? What is this? But I don't know. We get a lot of AJ. So I'm like, either he's gonna go home or he's gonna make it far. So and it feels like that energy where it's like he's not gonna go home anytime soon. Like Nash's versus his edit, it's like I can see how Nash ended up crashing out. I don't know.
Maybe it's like when he tribe swaps, he goes home. That's why they had to build him up.
Hopefully,
Let's pray.
Hopefully.
Let's
I
pray.
honestly hope all the graduates tribe swap to the same tribe. I think what would be hilarious if it's the now broken coven does, and they have to be forced to work together.
That would be hilarious.
But honestly, Bravo Australia, bitch, ain't nobody forcing nobody to do shit. They would not give a damn.
They wouldn't. Damn. So we'll see. But boom, here we are. We started off, of course, last episode. The coven decided to vote out Kent instead of AJ. Big mistake. Big mistake.
Girl.
Because what? Well, I guess maybe not that big because Zara and Karen are chilling, but it was just crazy. And it started them off in such a weird position because now Logan still wants AJ to go home. She's still trying to push this narrative for AJ to go home. And so that's happening. AJ, on the other hand, of course, he gets his big edit, like Lee said. So he has a whole big diary room of, yeah, I think I fucked up my game going for Logan. So now I have to kind of switch it up. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. And I know Allie was the one that sold me out. So I got a plan. We get a flashback. We flash back to AJ last night. And he's talking to Rich about Logan. He's like, yeah, Logan actually is the one that said your name. Rich is like, oh, really? It's Logan doing this. You know what? Her ego got in the way and she couldn't control me. So she gotta go.
Mind you, this the man that Laura, and Logan want to protect so motherfucking bad. And he was never gonna be a good ally for them. So I don't know why they made the move to try to protect him so goddamn hard. It's just embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It took one conversation with AJ for Rich to be like, fuck them. Like, okay, this is ridiculous. So we head to the reward challenge, of course. This reward challenge, very tough reward challenge, by the way. It's the one where they had to stand on these little ass sticks. Fucking, I don't even know. And it's pair. So they paired them up and they all have to stand on there. And the pair that lasts the longest ends up winning the reward for their tribe.
And it was nasty. Logan and Zara ate that up, but no shade. I wanted Morgan and Kate to win so bad.
They were killing it, bro.
Y'all, I love me some Morgan and Kate. And I'm really hoping this tribe swap get them more activated. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be reheating Viola and Valerius nachos. Okay, I need to go ahead and put them in the microwave already. And I didn't, because the thing is, in Titans versus Rebels, when they split up, Viola went home. So I would hate a situation where that happens with Kate or Morgan or Karin and Zara. I need my girls to stick together.
I need them to lock in.
And you know what? I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't make that comparison. I'll leave it alone.
Okay, leave it alone. But yes, Logan and Zara end up winning it for the tribe, so they do win reward, but they can't win an immunity to save their life.
Well, this time they did.
Crazy.
They did. They did.
Now
the next two? Well,
see, and that's what's funny about them. They'll win the first one, and then just boom, lose. They just keep losing. It's like, damn, control it, queens.
But now it's going to switch up. I'm hoping to give a little bit more even, only because I want to really get into these dynamics. Because honestly, Brawn has been interesting, but I feel like Brawn would have been interesting on his own. Brawn hasn't been given much since Nash left, and that's the reason why I didn't want Nash to leave. So I think this swap is going to activate some of these players like Paulie, Noonan, Morgan and Kate gonna have to do a little bit more. The girls got to start getting active.
Yeah, I do agree.
And everybody on the Brawns Tribe, they're ready to go.
They are. They've been playing this game, and I think that's the benefit of. It sounds contradictory, but I do think there's a benefit to going to tribal because now you can start heating up your nachos.
Yep. That's saying it's so hilarious.
But like the Brawns Tribe, it's like, girl, y'all went to two tribals. Nash ran them both, and that was it.
And y'all sent him home.
Yeah, and then y'all sent him home. So it's like, do y'all really know how to play this game? Let's see. Put your money where your mouth is.
Literally. And then, but this though, Tudor says Morgan got her lick back by refusing to take Logan to the spa.
Oh my god,
like, yes. I'm not taking that bitch.
Yeah.
She didn't give us something in the challenge, so I'm not taking her.
Amen.
She over there begging to go.
But yes, she was begging. That was crazy. But this reward was interesting because they were rewarding for sizzler. Is it called sizzlers? Sausage sizzles.
Sausage sizzler.
Sausage sizzler. Which when Lee and I were looking, we was like, that's white bread and a hot dog.
Yeah. A typical struggle meal. You know, I've definitely eaten hot dog on some white bread many a times. I may sometimes even have to use the butt of the bread.
Yeah, that's right after paying rent. Right after you pay rent, you pay electricity, you pay car note, you pay insurance, and you pay the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's what you eat. You get a hot dog, not a hot dog bun. You get a piece of bread and a hot dog.
And then you eat it like that. So I was like, okay. And then I Googled it. They was like, oh, this is like an actual like Australian thing. Like they eat this on the regular. And
a delicacy.
They prepare it with the white bread. So I'm like, okay, I didn't know I was eating an Australian delicacy this entire time. That's really cute.
Yeah. And mind you,
look, I'm here for it because they are resourceful. Because ain't nothing wrong with eating nothing on a regular piece of bread, bitch. I'll eat a burger on a piece of bread. I'll eat a hot dog on a piece of bread. And like I said, it could be the booty bread, the forbidden booty bread. Like,
I like booty bread.
See me, I'm not bougie. I'm not gonna throw it away. It's gonna stay in the bag until the last 2 pieces in there. And I ain't got shit else to eat. They're getting eaten. Like,
you know what's crazy? I only eat the booty bread with Nutella. I love the booty bread with Nutella. Get you a Nutella, slice it all over the bread, just eat it like that. I don't like it with regular things unless I need
it. Gotta be toasted. It really do in a way.
Ooh, I've never tried that.
Oh, we do it in New Zealand as well. Tyler, you from New Zealand?
Yes, Tyler.
Come on. Lindsay said Australia and Britain be having our struggle meals. Okay, internationals. Okay.
And let me reveal something about myself.
What?
History was my worst subject, and that includes geography, that includes geology, everything like that. Where the fuck is New Zealand?
Off the coast of Australia.
Really?
Yeah. That's what
wow. I thought Australia was just alone. No, is New Zealand a country?
It's like how Madagascar is by Africa. That's how New Zealand is by Australia.
Wow. You learned something new, honey. I'm literally flabbergasted.
It's okay.
Don't make me give you a math problem.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. I feel like knowing where New Zealand is more important than solving some algebraic equation.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Get lost in Australia.
I'm not going on. I mean, I might.
I would actually love to go to Australia. It scares me, the bugs they have over there. I've seen so many videos. I don't know if they're fake or not, but those fucking bugs be fucking huge. Those spiders be bigger than humans. I do not want to wake up to a goddamn wolf spider staring at me. No, I would literally kill myself. Like,
and then they'd be dangerous. Like I would get. I think you got to say like something. But then they be dangerous. Like they literally be having dangerous, deadly spiders and shit, and snakes. How do you say snakes in Australia? Snakes. Snakes are scary. Like
I just want to see kangaroos.
I can't. But yes. And this reward, everybody is like debating. Should we get? Oh, because JLP. Okay. He tells them you can either take the sizzlers or you could take a flint. Mm-hmm. And if you get a flint, the other tribe will get the sizzlers. And so Allie was like, okay, so the flint, right? Duh.
And as she started explaining, like, we're going to have food for multiple rounds. Like, if we eat the sausage now, it's only going to be here for now.
And here go Rich. Anyway, shut up. What we need to... Rich did not fuck with Allie, which...
I don't think Rich like listening to any woman. Let's just say that.
I do agree. Let's clear that up. However, in hindsight, I see why he was talking to her crazy. Because she be talking to people crazy.
Allie is so fucking hilarious. Like, we really got into her indie arc over the course of these episodes. And honestly, I'm sad that she went home. I am, because she is cracked in a lot of fun ways.
Yeah. So they take the sizzlers. They go back home. Or back to the tribe. They eat the sizzlers. And as they're eating, Rich notices that all the girls are over there. And they don't fuck with us. And he's like, wow, there's a divide happening. And AJ's like, finally.
It's such an obvious one, too. Like, it's very, very blatant. Mm-hmm. Just for the girls to be like, I don't want to play with you anymore.
And this is when he forms, trigger warning, the bomb squad.
Boom, boom. Girl, that hit like an atomic bomb. I heard that word. I said bomb squad.
Because if you're not familiar with other reality shows, Big Brother is infamous for an alliance called the Bomb Squad from season 16 that ruined the show for years and years to come. Clearly, and it was all male, basically. clearly this bomb squad, it doesn't exist. So thank God, but that was very scary in the moment. So he forms the bomb squad against the girls. So all the boys are now in this alliance, and then the girls have the coven versus the bomb squad. This could have been a nice, nasty ass battle, but it doesn't go that way. We get to immunity, and for immunity, they have to go 2 at a time, 2 versus 2 in the water, grabbing the ball, passing it to the kicker. The kicker has to kick it. I like this challenge, but I think it happens a lot in Survivor Australia because I saw it on both of the seasons I've seen so far. But this is a cute challenge. Brains ends up winning. They don't go to tribal this time, and we can slide into episode 5 for them. Amen. God damn. Sorry, y'all. I'm dying. Still sick. But we start off episode 5, and we get some tea on Zara because we didn't know who Zara was at first. Not like that. But we get a big Zara moment. She talks about her 3 degrees.
Girl.
She talks about how she's a smart, rich, intelligent single mom. Hey, okay, love her. And then we see her and Karen have a conversation.
My divas.
This is when you get the start of legendaries. Start of
a mother. That's when the mother cards get activated. Because I ain't gonna lie, Zara wasn't really on my radar. I liked Laura at the time. Loved me some Logan a little bit. Allie was giving it, and of course Karen. I'm gonna stand. She said she was black.
She said she was black.
A black queen.
A black queen.
So when Zara, got in the mix, I'm like, what's she talking about? And then she's talking about them degrees. I said, okay, Zara, and you with my girl. Okay.
So they have a conversation and they say, look, Rich does not talk to us.
Nope.
He does not fuck with us. And Laura doesn't want us to take him out because he's her shield. But that don't got shit to do with us.
And that logic, I don't understand. Like, of course we don't see everything, but is Rich even talking to Laura? Is he strategizing with her? Are they coming up with ideas? Is he telling her how much he loves her on the side? Like, are they fucking on the low? Like, what's happening off camera? Because I'm so confused as to why Laura thinks that this man is going to die on the sword for her. Because from his perspective, we haven't heard him talk about Laura at all.
Mm-mm.
You know what he do talk about? The bomb squad.
He mentioned her name one time, and we'll get there. But honestly, I agree. So I had a theory because I don't think it makes any sense.
Not the girl saying Zara Vive. Oh my God, Zara got Genevieve. Zara Vive. Zara Vive is crazy.
No, literally though. But this is my theory about Laura and Rich because it doesn't make sense. Lee's right. My theory is maybe they know each other. Maybe they've seen each other in passing in Australia. I don't know how big Australia is. I don't. Maybe they've seen each other. They've gotten this is the 10th season, and they've gotten 24 plus people every season. You telling me nobody ever knew each other ever? They know each other. Yeah, that's what it is.
I can see that.
It doesn't make sense. Well, the only
but I also feel like maybe they wouldn't admit it. But I low-key feel like wouldn't they say that? But maybe they don't want to like.
The unfortunate truth is, I'm just trying to give an excuse because otherwise Laura is dumb as fuck.
And that's probably just what it is.
Yeah, probably just that.
Look,
yeah,
I think Laura's just a Lulu, respectfully.
Yeah. Respectfully.
No, she's definitely a little kooky.
Yeah, she's definitely a little cuckoo. So it's probably just that.
And I feel bad because our whole thing is reading auras, and clearly you can't read them correctly.
Oh my God. AJ has a diary room. He talks about how he just want to lay low now because he got caught up and his game got fucked up. He's in the tree, laying low, moping around, being sad. Allie approaches him. I never understand why Allie ever approaches anybody.
Because she always approaches people to basically tell them you're going home and you can't do anything about it.
Most of the time, AJ specifically. Like what? But yeah, she goes up to him and she's like, you haven't really talked to me. I don't know why you in the tree moping around. And he's like, well, my game got blown up. And she was like, yeah, it did. It did get blown up. It did. And honestly, I don't see why you're crying about it and you're so sad about it. Like you really should just be accepting it. You know what it is? And he's like, oh, I just don't want to. I just don't really want to. She calls him out, all of this. And that was just a crazy moment. And that was just the first of many for Allie. No shade. Boom. We head to the reward. At the reward challenge, this is the one where they got to collect the mud on their body, take it to the big mud tank, push it over, throw the ball. You know what they gotta do. Shit. So this is a cute little challenge. It's fun to look at sometimes. This time I wasn't gagging. No shade. I lost my eye candy because after Nash, Zen. And And then
you're actually crazy. Are you saying Nash because he's friends with Ferris and Ferris look like that? Like I feel like that's the only way.
I liked him before. I found him attractive before I knew he was friends with Ferris. Episode 1.
Okay.
Nash is handsome.
So we'll talk about the real eye candy, Zen. We lost Zen. But honestly, by the end of this drop, Kaylin was doing it for me. Kaylin has this very like I don't know, like his face is very sharp. You know what I mean? And I can see how like I don't know, kind of giving Marvel a little bit. I don't know.
I see it. I saw his big ass back. He got a big back, like a big. And I saw it, and I was like, okay, I see what Lee's saying. Lee's making some sense.
So that's our boy. Pharaoh also want Miles a little bit. You see how Nash, Miles. It's always the randoms.
Let's say they all in a room, and they like it's on Brawns Tribe because I don't remember Brawns Tribe right now. On Brawns Tribe, if they was all in a room, and they were approaching me, Rich could leave, Max could leave, AJ could leave for me. And Max, not because he's ugly, but Max looks awkward to me. Sorry.
I agree, but I would let him stay.
You would let him stay? Kaylin could stay. Like fuck Mary Kill. I'm marrying Miles. That's how I would marry Miles. I would, fuck Kaylin. And then everybody else could get killed.
Now, breakfast, this isn't a good option. Mostly Paulie, because the body is T. He's actually, yeah, Pharaoh, stop going after straight men.
I said just on the Brawns Tribe. I specified. But boom, we move. So the winning tribe of this challenge gets to go shower and they get a spa day and they get to lay down on the bed, all that other shit, right? So Logan really, 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 really wants this real bad, but they lose. And when they lose, the other tribe, this is when they decide they're not going to choose Logan because they don't fuck with her. And she didn't want to choose the to help them out last time. And they was like, Allie was the one who wanted to help us get some sizzlers.
Right.
So we'll bring Allie. Okay.
Period.
Which was a great decision.
Because girl, Allie can't hold water, apparently.
My God.
I'm just like, what is Allie's mindset when she's speaking? Because good Lord.
Good Lord. And it's funny because I kind of wrote those notes over there at the Brawns Tribe notes, but just to let y'all know, Allie went over there and told them everything. She told them literally everything. Literally
about the girls' alliance, the boys' alliance, how she's in the girls' alliance, and they're so tight. It's
all of them. Don't trust.
And they didn't even have to like pry it out of her. She just offered it. They said, "How you doing?" Yeah, well, all the girls are close. The guys are doing this, and we're running the tribe basically. And we're gonna get the merch together. And so you guys should.
Yeah, everything. Like, girl, what happens? I don't know. She just starts talking and she never stops. It's crazy. But back at the Brawns Tribe, I literally forgot this happened, Lee. They all start looking for an idol.
Yes.
AJ finds it.
Another reason why AJ is gonna be one of the girls. Like I just it's a lot of things that keep happening. We'll see. I don't know for sure, but like there has been a lot of focus on him.
I forgot he had an idol, but you know what to think about when they tribe swap next episode. Whoever he goes with, he has an idol. So if he does go with some of his people from the graduates and they're a minority or something, he could use that idol strategically. I forgot about that. Maybe he could help them, but he seemed like someone who's going to be selfish with it.
Yeah, I'm really curious as what's going to happen because I know like the last tribe swap I've seen, it kind of stayed tribal alliances, kinda, and then they would mix. Like it would be a lot of like mixing for one round, but interesting by the end of it, it was still tribe versus tribe. So it's like I'm wondering if that's what it's going to give. I don't know. I just like the Brawn Tribe is over each other. So
I agree.
I wonder what that's gonna do. I can low-key see the Brawn swapping and staying together anywhere, but that's because I just don't know much about them. So we'll see.
They get to the immunity challenge. This immunity challenge was boring to me. No shade. Somebody had to build a fire. They had to go through a fucking maze. All of that. But the Brawn Tribe loses, so they will be voting someone out. So we thought. So we hoped.
So we thought. I had this twist.
I hate. Oh my God. Y'all. So I have seen Survivor Australia 2016 and 2017. I don't know the years. The first 2 and 3. Shit. That shit pisses me off every fucking time. My God. There was a round where her name is Sarah. She's going to be on Australian versus the World. Sarah and Luke who was also going to be on Australia versus the World. They had the two big alliances. They were running the two sides of the tribe. They were going head to head. And this was the first round where they decided to actually go for each other. So they were gathering all their little pieces. And when they went to tribal council, they was like, look, I think Sarah was able to get the votes, and she didn't know that Luke didn't know that she had them. We go to tribal council. It's not even a fucking tribal council. It's a fucking mutiny. Shut the fuck up.
Like, Survivor Australia, you're already way too long, and you have way too many fucking people to do non-elimination episodes. I'm sorry. This is not total drama. Get these niggas out of here, okay? Get them out of here.
I think Australian Survivor thinks they're total drama.
It's very total drama colored in a way.
That's what they think they are. And then just be Australians. Look, I'm not a fan, and that's all I'll say. What did this do? When we get to the because that's the thing. I have so many notes about what happened before the tribal. Actually, none of this matters, and I forgot of that. We can
because now I think about it, they move Rich to the other tribe.
Yes,
tribe swap.
Yes, yes.
Very unnecessary. Very unnecessary.
Oh, messy and unnecessary, if you ask me. But anyways.
You're sick.
We head back to the tribe, and of course, the boys have a discussion about Operation Bomb Squad. They're talking about sticking together, locking in, and Rich does not like Allie because she thinks she's the queen bee. She thinks she's the queen of the tribe, so that's who he's pushing for the boys to all vote out. Right? Boom. Put a pin in that. Not a big thing.
This makes it sadder though. Gupula. Oh. Let's not forget it was the best build up to a tribal ever. But I think that's what sucks. It's kind of like you're edging me.
You're edging me.
And I don't like that. Like, I want to see the fallout only because, I mean, Pharaoh, you mentioned this all on the phone. Like, it would have had to make the people really make a decision. You know what I mean? And they kind of got delayed into the next episode. And, like, who knows what would have happened tonight if it went the way that both sides wanted to go. Or,
Exactly. Now, this next conversation was the most important happenings of this episode because it bled into the next episode. Zara and Karen want Rich out. They go to the coven and they let the coven know, look, Rich does not fuck with us. He doesn't talk to us. He doesn't breathe near us. He doesn't like us. We need to vote him out. Laura's like, ugh, I don't like that. I still prefer AJ, I don't understand why you guys want to go for him. And they're like, look, he literally doesn't speak with us. We let y'all keep him around two tribals in a row. Now we should vote him out. That's how you do it in an alliance. It's a give and a take.
I really hate how Laura tried to play the card that they're being too emotional and illogical. Like, girl, they just don't want to do what you want to do. Like, that is so annoying. Just because someone doesn't want to do what you want to do doesn't make it dumb, doesn't make it illogical. But they're literally telling her, this man doesn't speak to us and he wants to target our group. And she's like, well, he's protecting me, so I don't care. Which is gaggy. I love a self-interested type of player. You know what I mean? Do what you need to do. It's just, don't try to make it seem like they're stupid. You should go in the diary room and say, they want this, but I'm using him, so I'm going to make sure he stays. Period. Don't try to like bash them and then also blatantly work against them. It's just like, she's not trying to give any middle ground. And then she goes into, I feel like I have no agency. And they were like, girl, we haven't had a voice in rounds. And it's like literally, because Logan and fucking Laura were the main characters of the alliance. We haven't seen Karen and Zara in like 2 or 3 episodes at this point. So it's like, they have been taking the back seat. Why can't y'all can't come to this like conclusion? It's so crazy. It wasn't because it's all over Rich. Out of everybody on the tribe, all of this over Rich.
And it's to the point where they literally chose to prioritize Rich over the coven. Like, I understand they're not doing what you want them to do with this one person, but now you're going to cut them all the way off, get a whole new alliance with a whole bunch of other people just because they didn't want to vote out one person you didn't want them to vote out. It just doesn't make sense. She just went too far. I understand standing on business and trying to push your agenda, but she just went too far. And I feel like there's times where you have to give and there's times you have to stand your ground. And I will say 90% of the time I am wanting people to stand their ground. So I don't want to be hypocritical or anything.
Yeah. No, if he feels like he should have stayed, then fight for him to stay. I don't mind that. I just don't like how, I just think it's dumb that she would break an alliance that she started and start working with people who share little to nothing with her and don't give a fuck about her. That doesn't seem smart to me. What seems smart is sticking with the group you created and doing a give and take.
Whole time, last tribal, y'all just exposed the entire coven. So what makes you think you have the ability to move from that without the boys thinking anything of it? It's like I don't know what she was thinking, but the boys have a bomb squad alliance. Of course, she doesn't know that, but based off of last tribal, you should know that y'all just talked about the coven open and honestly in front of everybody. You should still be scared of the fact that there's 5 boys here. I don't understand that. Mind you, they talk to each other all day. Rich is always talking to Max and Kaylin. And AJ, all the boys are always talking. So I don't know what made them think it was comfortable for them to just break this alliance and move forward. I don't get it. I see you're annoyed. I get you're annoyed, but it doesn't make sense. So she pulls Logan to the side and she was like, I just don't understand. They're playing with their feelings. They're playing with their emotions. I don't want to play with people like that. I don't know why they're just digging their heels in and da 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 da. And she's like blaming them for wanting to do what they want. Mind you, you want to do what you want.
It's just so dumb. And it's like I know people definitely talk about you shouldn't align off of like similar attributes, which I definitely agree with at this point, especially because every girl's alliance failed. Mm-hmm. But it's like this wasn't even a real reason to break up. Like it was like y'all's turned the smallest thing into like this big disagreement because you are stubborn about protecting a man that doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, honestly. And it's hard because it's like Laura and Logan don't want to vote out Rich. But what do? Just tell them, I mean, we're not doing it and just don't do it and move forward. Of course, Zara and Karen aren't going to fuck with them after that. Because that's kind of what happens. By the end of the day, they don't have to go against each other at this tribal council. But still, because of this disagreement, Zara and Karen are like, I don't want to fuck with them. And Laura and Logan don't want to fuck with them because of this disagreement. They really would have just had to succumb or agree to the fact of voting out Rich, because doing all this backlash and all this arguing and I don't want to do that and y'all aren't listening, y'all are stubborn and da 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 da, like you're saying it to their face, you're telling them you don't trust them and you don't fuck with them. So it's like now you have to move on.
And then they're telling you that we feel like this dude is coming after us, and you're like, well, no, we don't need to go after him, basically because you feel protected by him. It's like it's so evident, but honestly, the rivalry is kind of giving a little bit.
It is giving.
So I don't mind the drama. Like I said, I just need Karen and Zara to come out on top.
Amen. So Laura goes to Rich and she lets them know that Zara and Karen are coming for them, and throws them under the bus. And Rich was like, well, look, there's been something building on my side. And this should have told her to retract and walk backwards, because he literally said there's something building on the other side and we're all thinking of voting Allie. And it's like, girl, what do you think is building? The boys alliance. It's literally only boys over there. It's all of y'all girls and it's all boys. He basically said we have a boys alliance and we're voting Allie. And she's
mind you, Allie is still an ally for them. So why would you like that? Was a red flag, like a huge red flag. If they vote out Allie, there's only gonna be 4 girls left, and you don't fuck with the other 2 anymore.
Yep. She got vital information. If she was smart, she would have went to the girls and be like, never mind. Honestly, but that's the issue. If she would have did that, they would have voted out Rich because he's the one who said it, and she don't want
Rich gotta go.
Rich gotta go.
That's the moments like this. She's like, well, he's giving me information. Yeah, that doesn't help you. Well, I guess it does help you to switch up your game, and you don't even try.
Yeah, and I think eventually they decide, okay, we need to get him to vote out one of Zara or Karen, not Allie, because we have Allie, and it's like I guess, girl, act the fool, girl. That's all I say. Act the fool, girl. Allie goes and she calls out AJ again and tells him he's going home again. Basically, she's like, yeah, the votes is between 2 people, and AJ's like, I mean, is it between me and Rich, and is it y'all deciding, is it me or Rich? And she's like, it's not deciding who, it's deciding when. And he's like, oh, okay, so you're worried tonight? I'm not worried. I'm actually not worried at all. And he's like, okay, cool. He's like, actually, it's not cool. What's cool exactly? I don't understand exactly what's cool. What is cool?
Allie got big beef with that man. What? She does not fuck with that man. Period. And you know what? I'm here for it. But you know what? I just saw this in your note, and I didn't catch this part.
What part?
Rich tells Laura that you've always been number 1 in my eyes.
He did say that.
Oh, that's why. Oh, that is why. That was enough for her. Some conversations happening off camera that got her like, ooh.
That was enough for her.
So, how genuine do you think he is? Because I don't know because he said that exactly.
Genuine, because you remember at the reward challenge next episode, he whispers to Max, he's like, "Save Laura and Logan and the bomb squad," or something like that. So it's like clearly he does have some allegiance to Laura. And obviously,
like
Laura
you're an add-on. Like you were a leader in this other group, and now you just want to be an add-on to Rich, who at the end of the day will let you
know him. She know him in real life. None of this makes sense unless she knows him in real life.
Child.
It doesn't. It does not make sense. It does not.
Or she heavily digmatized.
Or she heavily digmatized. But even on his side, even
My
vice versa,
like all people.
No, he got a girlfriend or a wife,
a fiance apparently.
Maybe that's not. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they just know each other.
Maybe she's the fiance.
She's friends with the fiance. Maybe his fiance she knows, and so she saw Rich and she was like, "That's my homegirl fiance," and like they linked up. I'm telling you, I got a theory. Who knows? But yes, the girls all talk, and they're all rediscussing the vote. And Logan keeps saying, "Oh, Laura's not mad. Laura just hurt. Laura's not against us. She's just mad." And the girls are like, "Okay, but we're gonna vote Rich, right? We're all on lockstep," and they're all agreeing. And Laura's so annoyed that she has to get up and walk away, and it's just pissing her off so much. And like she was so annoying. She was
pissing me off bad these last 2 episodes. Like
it was crazy,
girl.
It was crazy. So Karen and Zara, they walk away and they talk, and they're like, "Look, if Laura and Logan don't vote with us, we cannot fuck with them. Period. We need to work with players like Miles or AJ." Logical players. It's illogical and call them illogical.
So you're breaking up a little bit, babes. You're breaking up, babes. You're breaking up, babes.
Not.
Oh, maybe is it me? I'm breaking up.
It's back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. Let me talk slow. And Zara says she wants to work with logical players, and Laura was saying the same thing about her. And it's like, that's hilarious to me because Zara's like, Miles and AJ are logical, let's work with them. And Laura's idea is Rich and Max are logical, let's work with them. I think all it is that both of them are mad at each other, and so they're calling them illogical and moving forward because it is logical. It's logical for Laura to want to keep her pawns. That's not illogical.
Well,
and it's logical for them to want Rich out. That's not illogical. But I feel like both sides is wrong. I genuinely not wrong in this situation.
No. Cara and Zara, they're not coming from a standpoint out of anger. They're coming from a standpoint, I chose this alliance, and the people in it do not care about my opinion, do not care about people targeting me in it.
I agree with all of that.
They're actually choosing the more logical people. Let's just be honest here.
That is true.
Versus the other two, let me finish. Versus the other two who had more power in this girls' alliance. They flip to a side. They have zero power in. They don't get any information. They don't have any real say. And we see how Rich and Miles act throughout the rest of this episode. So we know who the logical one versus the other one is.
I don't feel like it's illogical for Laura to want to protect Rich. And I feel like they were coming from that perspective. And I think what they should say is Laura and Logan don't fuck with us, so we're not fucking with them. I don't think it's I feel like it's just as silly as Laura calling them illogical.
I think Laura and Logan is illogical. It is very illogical.
We're working with somebody who
No, it's illogical to break an alliance that you have control
but that's not what Zara and Karan are talking about in that moment. That's what I'm saying. In that moment, Zara and Karan are talking about if they're like, look, if they vote with the other people, then we'll flip on them, and we don't want to work with illogical people and da 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 da. So if they're talking about, if they vote with them, I get that because that's illogical. Y'all are literally flipping on us, but they go and do it now. The next conversation is Zara talking to Miles, but they haven't flipped. Laura and Logan haven't flipped at this moment,
but they knew they were.
Okay, so if they knew they were, they ate. But I didn't feel like
But you literally just said Laura got up because she was so upset.
She did.
And walked away.
She did.
As someone who's in an alliance with someone, I'm going to think you're being illogical, you're being irrational, and you're being emotional. Let me go get somewhere else. But because why would you just sit there and wait? Why would you just say, we have to wait to stay flip? That's dumb. Get to work. Get the alliance started.
That is true.
I don't think Karan and Zara, look, I may have my stand goggles on, but Karan and Zara are not in the wrong. I'm sorry.
They're not in the wrong at all. I just felt like the word illogical was weird to me because I'm like, she should protect her people.
You can't spell illogical without Laura and Logan. Let's keep it real.
Ooh, you spilling that tea. But yes, so then she goes to Miles and she was like, look, me and Karan want to work with you. We feel like we could work with you really, really well. We fuck with you. And of course, none of us can work with Rich. Rich is a loose cannon. He's not going to bark orders at you. And Miles has a diary room. He's like, you know what? She's spilling. Me and AJ are close. Zara and Karen are close. Let's link up.
The big four. Don't need
and
a
I
big
do love
four.
this. I love this. Right? We didn't need Kaylin. Okay, I guess we did. We needed the vote.
I'm fine with Kaylin. I low-key wish it was Kaylin and Miles and AJ with the all on.
I agree. But we here. So Miles goes to AJ. He tells him that they have a future with Karen and Zara. And AJ was like, see, I don't know, because Zara's very stubborn. Miles was like, look, we can work around that. We'll be fine. Let's lock in. Thank God for Miles, honestly. So boom. That's what they're doing there.
I love them. I love them so bad. I need all 5 of them to swap together.
Here go
I'm serious.
Here go Allie. Because after all of that, it's like, okay, boom. Everyone's doing what they need to do. All episode, Allie has been going off on AJ about nothing. And this. She goes to the girls and she's like,
and it's like she just cannot stop talking.
Why I don't even understand why. I don't even understand why. Like, did she think this was she genuinely thought this was a good thing? Because she goes to them and she's like, you know what? Look, I didn't tell anybody this, but I'm gonna tell y'all. When I went on the reward with the other tribe, you know, I let them know that the girls are loyal and that we're all linked up and we're all locked in. So that way, if they get with one of us, they know we're loyal.
And she
everybody, and what I love about all 4 of the other girls is that they all want to play this game. So when she says that, they're all like,
girl, what?
Mind you, they're trying to focus on their beef, and here you come with some bullshit.
I think, honestly, this is when they both was like, we can't work together. This bitch then blew our whole spot up. There's no way we can stick together at this point.
That's kind of what
the best bet is for them to split up.
Yeah, because Allie ain't no Allie. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
You told the whole other side.
That Banu did that in Survivor. Allie is Banu.
Allie is Banu is the craziest comparison ever.
If any flop gotta be on Survivor 50, it gotta be Banu. No shade.
No shade. No shade. So boom, they head to the tribal council. That doesn't matter.
That should be a Survivor twist.
What?
Survivor flops versus favorites. Flops
versus favorites. It's crazy.
Like what do
you mean?
Imagine a tribe full of pre-mergers versus a tribe of all like top 5, top 6.
Okay, so you would call it flops versus faves. No, let me think.
No, honestly, a lot of the flops would be the favorites.
Not pre-mergers. That's so lame. Damn, flops. That's the perfect way to call it. That's the perfect way to describe it. Damn, I don't know.
I think that would be a fun general twist. Like, how would they?
Maybe they'll do it for Survivor 50.
Ooh, that could be gaggy. But Jeff is not campy.
He not.
We can't expect Jeff to be camp. That's the last thing he's gonna be.
He camps sometimes.
When was the last time Jeff was camp?
Let me think. When is that war was kind of camp?
When is that war was camp? But I mean, that was something that was bound to happen.
That was bound to happen. He was there.
I mean, Heroes versus Villains is their best season probably ever. No shade. It's definitely top 5. That favorite versus favorites, second chances.
Yeah, it's definitely
like those are the big ones. And he's like, I don't want any villains anymore. I wouldn't do it here versus villains too. Are you stupid?
He is also very
like
stupid.
I low-key feel like a lot of people first time even getting into Survivor was that era.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And he don't want to. It's just dumb. It's just dumb.
Child. So at Tribal Council, AJ is whispering to Miles, talking about Bomb Squad, instead of going with the rest of the girls, right? So we're at the tribal. None of it matters. No shade. Because by the end of it, JLP announces, this could be your last tribal. But there's a twist. You're not voting anybody out. So instead, they're voting someone to go to the other tribe. Mm-hmm. Who cares? Nobody. No shade.
I mean, it's just the idea of it. I can see how it's kind of interesting. However, I can see how like most times it's not really gonna give much because it's just one person, Yeah.
I don't even care. Even if it was multiple people. There's been times where it's been 2 people, still not gagging. There's been times where they've swapped like 2 people here, 2 people there, but when it's a tribe of like 12, I don't really understand it. Mind you, we're tribe swapping next episode. So I really don't
literally the back to back of how it happens with the tribe swap coming soon. It's like, girl, they should have just let
you
Rich
know what?
Ali go home. Like
they just wanted to use that fucking power. What's it called? That advantage. The advantage they give Rich. Because after this, okay, AJ volunteers. They don't want to do AJ. And then Ali says she'll volunteer. And then the girls are like, hold on, let's just get up and talk. The girls get up and talk. They discuss we should all just send Rich because Rich is too dumb to make any alliances on the other side. So they agree to send Rich to the other side. And that's what they do. But JLP lets them know that Rich is also getting an advantage, or this scroll is what he says. When Rich gets sent over there, he opens the scroll. And the power is that the next tribal council, he can choose 2 people to be removed from the tribal council. So they won't vote, but they also can't be voted for because they are going to be back at the camp. So that's twist. He could also give that to the other tribe if needed be, and that is what he does. And that's the twist.
But
and I think they just wanted that to get used, and that was the whole point of all of this.
Yeah, but it wasn't even gaggy. It wasn't even gaggy because Max is an idiot. But it's so funny how Ali was on AJ's neck in this motherfucking tribal. I mean, he has no say. He got outvoted.
Yes, because AJ wanted to go so bad. AJ was like, I mean, I still want to go. And she was like, well, it doesn't matter. And JLP was like, well, AJ, don't you want to go still? And Ali was like, well, it doesn't matter.
He
doesn't have the vote.
I mean, that's nothing he can do.
Anyways,
bro, Ali is so funny because you just know Ali in her head. She is running shit. Okay, like you are not seeing Ali.
You're not seeing Ali. So boom. What's that man name? Rich is voted out of the tribe onto the Brawns Tribe. We'll get into that with the Brawns Tribe, and then we slide into episode 6. We start off, of course. Karen is very annoyed that Rich didn't go home. She really wanted shit to go her way, and it still didn't go her way because Rich is still in the game, and Laura and Logan will still want to work with him, and they don't fuck with that. So she said, you know what? This new alliance is where I need to move forward with. So that's what the fuck she does. We see her, Miles, and Zara talk about locking in this new alliance. Karen and Zara are ready to jump motherfucking ship, as they should, because between Ali acting a fool and Laura and Logan standing 30 toes down on this bullshit, it was time. It was honestly time. And they clearly have been working on the relationships with Miles and AJ, which is good. So yes, definitely the right way to go. Meanwhile, Logan and Laura are like, they don't want to work with Zara. And this is the issue with Logan and Laura for sure. Their reasoning is so weird. I don't get it because they call Zara a dictator. It's like, weren't y'all dictating all of the votes this entire time?
Mind you, the one time they're like, girl, no, we have to do Rich. Like, we cannot let him stay. She's like, she's a dictator. Like, girl, you're literally mad that she doesn't want to do what you want to do.
Like, you're mad she doesn't want to do what you want to do. And that's it. I don't get it. I truly don't get it. But they're mad and they're like, they should go to Max about working with him. This is my thing. Their whole point is they want to work with logical people and people who which the truth is, let's talk about the truth because they're talking about lies. The truth is, which Laura does admit later on, she does say it's annoying that people don't listen to what she says. She wants to work with people she thinks she can run. She thinks she can run Max and Kaylin. So she wants to work with Max and Kaylin. So that's why Laura and Logan feel more comfortable going in that route. And that's what they want to do. So they're headed to Kaylin and Max and try to convince them to work with them. Will it work? I guess we'll see. Yeah. Okay. We get to the reward challenge. This was a monster reward challenge. It's where it's 1v1. They're on the platform and you got to push them off.
I miss the physical challenges, bro. That's something that really ate in Survivor US. Y'all remember how Suri was slanging them bitches on Hero versus Villains? Okay. Like, I love when they got physical.
It was so nice. But I feel like, what do you feel like they stopped doing it? You know what? I don't know why they stopped doing it now I think about it. Because I was going to say, do you feel like they stopped doing it because of like safety reasons? But possibly, they still do some crazy shit.
I could see it being for safety. But that's boring.
That is very boring. Challenge kind of did that too. Like they started giving people fucking shoulder pads when they did hall brawl on the challenge.
Girl, that hall brawl when I saw shoulder pads, arm pads, a full ass what's it, helmet.
Yeah. Girl. But this one doesn't even seem that bad. Like they're just kind of shoving each other. It's not like a fucking full blown wrestling throwing people. Because I will say, Sari was slinging bitches down. Somebody dislocated their shoulder that challenge.
They did. Wasn't
someone dislocated? I think it was definitely the Grossa dislocated her shoulder. Somebody pinky toe had got snapped. So I get that.
Do you remember when Rupert had hit Jerry Manthey?
What?
Like, yeah, it was like in the physical challenge. For some reason, they had men able to go against girls, and Rupert like knocked Jerry down, and she's like, "Bitch, you are not a hero. What the fuck?"
My God, I do not remember that. I have to read about that. But yes, I love the good physical challenges, and we got a good moment with Karen and Ursula because they were up there for fucking 30 fucking minutes going head to head. Two heavy hitter bitches, okay, queens.
Big
but yes. Karen whispers to Ursula while up there. She's like, "Do not trust Rich." Okay.
Unfortunately, she told one of the worst people on the tribe because Ursula ain't gonna be able to do shit with the information
at all. I wish she would have went up against someone else, but she was like,
"You talking to the I don't even know the rich of their tribe." Like
literally. She's like, "He's volatile, and you can't trust him. Don't trust him, girl. That ain't gonna."
Mind you, they in the middle of fucking wrestling, having
literally.
a whole ass conversation. Well, how was your day? I mean, I don't know. I was just for what, like 20 minutes? It was
like 20 minutes. It was like 20 minutes.
That is crazy.
And JLP was like, "Okay, girl, let's
wrap get up.
Let's wrap that up." So the brain loses reward. They're on their losing streak, y'all.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad for them.
It's real bad for them. They head back to the tribe, and we see Miles talk to AJ about locking in the alliance with Zara and Karen for sure. And Miles' new plan is to go after Max.
See, Miles, he has great ideas. He has great targets. Like, Miles is really eating it up.
He is. So he goes to Kaylin by the Water World about the same idea. Let's 5 lock in. Me, you, Karen, AJ, Zara. We can lock in and we can vote Max. Allie overhears him saying, "Let's vote Max." And Allie, being friends with Max, is like, "I'm of course gonna tell him." She goes straight to Max and tells him, "Miles just said you're the next one that gotta go." And here comes Max.
Allie is just always doing something. Like, Allie, sit your ass down.
And this is my thing. I don't understand. I already didn't understand why Logan and Laura would want to work with Max. But they know him better than we do. They only showed him like 2 times throughout this entire time. So now that they're starting to show Max for us, the viewers, why the fuck would Laura and Logan ever want to work with him? He seems irrational. Yeah. He seems volatile. He just not one scene in this episode did I think it made sense for them to work with Max or Kaylin, because they think Kaylin is stupid the whole time.
Zara's a dictator.
Anyways, that's so weird. What is that? What's going on in their minds? That's so weird to me. They're gonna lose because of that. That whole ideology is gonna get them to lose. But anyways, Max is now like, "You know what? I'm coming for Miles. He should have never came for me. Watch what I do. I'm finna eat him up. Da 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 da. We got a rat in the world, and he's the rat." Girl, boo, do something about it. We head to the immunity challenge. They have to go collect this grid, race up a slide, get some puzzle pieces, solve the puzzle pieces. Boom. This was a very close one because this was the one where they could not figure out what the word puzzle.
This was good. I really liked this one. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, "Come on, come on!" Good.
What did the answer end up being?
Girl,
your tribe
will stay intact.
Will remain intact. They was throwing some weird words in there, but it was so close. It was literally down to the wire, and Logan was trying to shoot off the other tribe, no shade. But by the end of it, she was the one who got the last word, which was intact. And she told him, she's like, it's intact. But whole time, they get intact up first, but they have letters that are dropped down that they have to pick up. So while they're doing that, Brawns Tribe end up winning. I'm like, damn!
Ate them up. But it was kind of neck and neck. Unless that was TV editing, they were like really on each other's heels. But yeah. Brain, you flopped. You flopped.
So they flop. When they lose, Rich walks up to Max in front of everybody. Not discreet at all.
Girl.
Not discreet at all. And this is when he whispers to him to protect Laura and Logan, and remember, work with the bomb squad. He walks past them as he's exiting. The entire tribe is in front of him. The entire Brave tribe is there. Here he go. Bomb squad, bomb squad, bomb squad, bomb squad.
Like
bomb
loud
squad.
as fuck. Bomb squad.
Oh my God.
Mind you, the girls know what the bomb squad is now.
Like what?
Like not discreet. This is the Brawns Tribe, y'all. This is the Brawns Tribe behavior. I really want to know what was the qualifications to getting on the Brawns Tribe. Please.
And I remember I told you this episode.
Allie, Max, how y'all get on here?
Episode 1, I was like, what qualifies as a brain? Because they're talking about all things.
Girl,
mind you, I was wondering specifically Rich. What does he even do? One of my friends looked it up.
Brawn coded.
They looked him up. He's a fucking film director, and I think he said it on one of the episodes. That's it. What's brainy about that? I mean,
they needed a cast. They needed a cast. That's what this was.
That's true. It's just ridiculous. But anyways, so they all see him give Max this advantage. So when they go back to the tribe, Max just reads it out to everyone. He tells them out loud that he has the power to take 2 people from the tribal council. And he says, look, we all know that there's a pest around here and there's a rat and that we're going to need him to get stomped out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send myself and AJ back to tribal and y'all are going to have to deal with that. Logan immediately tells Kaylin, that's dumb as fuck. Why would he do that without my consent? Why would he be so illogical? Huh!
Maybe.
I'm wondering.
You should have stayed with the people that was actually willing to listen to you and your opinion, Miss Aura girl.
So at this moment, I was like, okay, obviously Logan, Laura, and Allie just heard Rich say bomb squad, bomb squad, bomb squad. They just heard Max say he's going to protect himself and AJ. They see how he's acting. They can't work with them. They're going to go back to Zara and Cara and be like, okay, look, girls, they just said bomb squad. We got to lock in. No, none of that happens. I don't know why. Because at the one conversation Zara and Karan had about wanting to do what they wanted to do, y'all flipped. But Max just sat up there and didn't talk to y'all about anything, played in y'all face and said he's doing what he wants to do. And y'all don't give a fuck?
At all.
I'm confused. So anyways.
They clearly are too.
AJ, Karan, Zara, and Miles talk, and this is where they solidify the Graduates Alliance, honey.
Mothers only. Well, mothers only in AJ.
Mother's only in AJ, honey. Miles goes, he tells Kaylin the plan, and Kaylin is in this very firm position because he is a part of the Graduates Alliance. They're all voting Allie, by the way. They all decided they should just vote Allie. The 5 of them are going to lock in. We'll move together. Meanwhile, Max is talking to Logan and Kaylin about their group because their group is supposed to be Max, Logan, Laura, Allie, and Kaylin. Them 5.
Yeah.
So Kaylin is dead in the middle at this moment.
Oh, you gotta move the pictures.
Let me.
I'm a visual learner. Yeah,
I got you. Because now we moving shit around.
And honestly, this was very interesting because I remember while we were watching it, I was like, I don't know if they're trying to set up whose side is Kaylin gonna choose. But for me, it was obvious that he was choosing the Graduates, especially when Miles was like, I'm clearly closer to Kaylin than basically anybody. Mm-hmm. So like Max is so cocky basically. And I didn't realize until the end is because he actually thought he had Kaylin. So he thought he could do whatever he wanted.
They literally had him.
No.
And didn't. And the edit, I guess the edit was trying to make us seem like he was in the middle of the whole episode the whole time, but it was very clear by the end of it. No shade. He was just with them. But yes, he's talking to Kaylin and Logan and he's telling them that's not the actual plan. He's like, that's not the actual plan. I'll actually send back Zara and who was he sending back?
I forget who he said in that moment. I know he said Zara for sure.
Was Zara and Karan? It was Zara and Karan at this moment because he changed it 3 times. No shade, y'all. He said he's going to send back Zara and Karan, but we should take out Allie. Meanwhile, Allie is supposed to be on their side.
I know that was Karan and Miles, right?
Not yet. He says that later.
Okay.
Because he changed it 3 times. But at first he was.
Oh, I see, girl. Yes. I was on another note.
At first he's pretending. Well, not pretending. I don't know what he's doing, but he's telling them, "I'm going to take out Zara and Karan, but we should vote out Allie. Meanwhile, Allie is one of the votes that they need. I don't know what he's thinking, but Logan and Laura, they end up talking separately, and they were like, okay, no, we need to at least vote Miles. So we're going to have to at least convince him to vote Miles, or maybe we should try to get him to vote Zara. So that's the new plan. Laura and Logan want to convince him, let's vote Zara so we can do a different plan than what he's planning. So they go and tell him that. They pitch to take out Zara. And he's like, okay, I can send back Karan and Miles then. So that way we can vote out Zara. Boom. So that's the plan at this moment. Damn, and he doesn't do any of this.
No.
Jesus. So they tell Kaylin the same thing. They're like, look, Kaylin, the plan is Zara's going home. Karan and Miles are getting sent back to the camp, and we're going to eat it up at the tribal council. Boom. So yes, they end up telling Allie the vote as well. So now everybody thinks Zara is getting voted out, and all the graduates think Allie is getting voted out, and nobody knows who Max is sending back home, but they think they do, but they don't. So we get to tribal council. He has this whole speech about how he's at war, and he's at war with Miles, straight up. And that's the biggest person he needs to take out. And Logan was like, well, hold on now. I do think this is why Logan is better than Laura. No shade. She's just fun. Because the whole tribal, she's like, hold on now. We do need to think with our minds and be logical. I feel like it's a lot of dramatics right now. And here go Max. He's like, no, I do have a group that I'm definitely going to move forward with.
Cocky as fuck. Like, you could just tell.
Like, what?
Even him like turning it into a war. This isn't a war.
This is not a war.
Like, this is not a war.
It's not even a battle.
He heard his name was said, and he's like, okay, let me lock in. This is my main character episode. I'm about to run this episode. I got a twist. I got all the power. I got Kaylin on my side. This is my moment.
Literally. So this is what he does. He had already agreed to vote out Zara and to send back Zara and Karan. Instead, he sends back Miles and Karan. Instead, he sends back Karan and Laura. Everyone is confused because Laura's one of the votes on your side.
And I remember when I first heard the twist, I was like, well, he should send home 2 votes on the other side. Like,
obviously.
The thing is, even if he thought he had so much power, this is why you don't get cocky. There's no reason to send one of your own votes, especially when people have talked about going after Allie. People have talked about going after this person, that person. Like, it does not seem like anyone was unified against Miles for real. So him doing this is just like, what was the goal? Like, he was just so cocky and confident in that moment that he thought he had it. So I'm assuming he thought his votes were Logan, himself, Allie, and Kaylin.
Right.
Yeah, and they were going to go against Zara, Miles, and AJ. I guess. But hey,
wrong. So that's what he does, and he starts whispering. They're confused and they're angry because he lied to them, specifically Logan and Allie, and they're like, "What the fuck are we gonna do? Because you lied to us and you took away one of our votes."
I don't know. I don't think Karan and Zara would have lied to them, but hey,
they actually did the opposite. They went directly to them and told them what they would like to do.
And what did Max do? Lie 2 or 3 times and then did something totally different. Yep. These are the men y'all wanted to work with. This is the person you wanted to work with.
Yep. So in this moment, it sounded like Logan thought he was working with the bombs. Well, she told JLP. She's like, it sounds like he's working with this bomb squad situation. So I'm not going to lie. I thought Logan and Allie were going to stand up, go to the girls and be like, we need to vote Max out. What the fuck was that? But instead, he just whispered to them to vote Miles, and they said, okay. I was actually confused by that. I would have been so panicky. I would not have been comfortable just voting Miles. We don't have the votes.
Which is so interesting from Logan, Laura, and Allie in general. Like, Allie's delusional, so I'll keep her out of it. But like Logan and Laura, for the most part, they seem like very dominant, like leaders. You know what I mean? And it's like you gave all of that up to run up under a man that don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Like, what? It's just very weird. I don't get it. And I really feel like in this moment, this was their chance to get live and tell them, okay, the boys are all working together. Or it just felt like the boys had a thing going on. That's how they seemed like they felt. It was weird who he sent back. They could have just went to Zara. I mean, I guess they only would have had Zara because Karan wasn't there. So maybe that's why they were like, it wouldn't work anyways because there's more boys here. But girl, I don't know. They should have did something quick. But anyways, we get to the votes. Of course, Max doesn't have the votes. I don't know why he thinks he does. And Allie gets voted out.
The smile leading up to it, like when I tell you, the best moment of the episode. This man was cheesing from ear to ear. This boy was cheeky, if you will. And baby, when that vote was read, the way that smile dropped, he was gooped and gagged. It was
bad. But this is the thing. This is why you have to understand people's social relationships. From what we saw in the episode, Kaylin hates Allie. So every time the graduates were pitching Allie, of course Kaylin's going to love that idea. He has no relationship with her. Whole time, Max is trying to tell Kaylin to vote Miles, one of his closest friends in the game. Why would you tell him to do that? And you know that, or you should understand who's close to who within the tribe. Y'all been here for fucking 15 days.
People don't think about stuff. They go based off what's true in their mind and go from there.
Yeah. And I guess he just thought Kaylin was more loyal to him than I guess. But it's like, what would Kaylin? You have to put yourself in other people's position. What would Kaylin prefer? Why would Kaylin be okay?
I don't think he ever even asked. That's the crazy thing.
He didn't ask anybody anything, actually, including Logan and Laura, who was all up on him. I don't understand, but we move. Allie is gone. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie. She was a crack queen. She was a crack queen.
Yeah, my diva.
My diva. Dang, Logan and Laura is alone.
She ain't no diva.
Oh, these tribes gonna be split up, honey. We finna get 2 whole new tribes.
Girl, it's gonna be gaggy next week. Very gaggy.
It's gonna be gaggy, honey. Now to the Brawns Tribe, honey.
Ooh,
no shade. Who are these people?
I'm tired.
Yeah, no shade. Thank God they didn't do much. So the first episode is really just Nash going home, no shade. So let's just get to that.
Yeah, and honestly, like I said, we really lost because Nash in a tribe swap would have just been. He would have kept it going. He really would have kept it going.
It would have been
honestly, y'all. Look at this slide. Look at this slide.
I do still like never mind. I kind of like Ursula. Personally, I kind of like Ursula, and I want to like Morgan and Kate. We'll see what happens.
Morgan and Kate are cunty. That's why I like them. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree.
Mainly the fact that they're cunty. Paulie seems like he's gonna be really interesting. Noonan, something about Noonan, I'm not like on the stand train for, but I'm interested to see what she's gonna give.
Yeah.
Jesse
everybody else, please go home.
Who the fuck is PD?
PD, Kristen. All of them need to go. PD, Kristen, Jesse, and Ben. I really prefer.
You know what it looks like? You know what it looks like?
What?
This cast is giving millennials versus Gen X a little bit. Everybody on this slide look way older than everyone on the last slide.
You're right. You're so right. Maybe this tribe voted out all the.
I don't know the ages, but like by look, when I look at this page, I'm like, these are older people for sure.
It does feel that way. But yeah, anyways, we started this episode off, and Noonan is trying to help Paulie find the idol. Mind you, he already found the idol. So he's still playing in her face. I guess she hasn't caught on yet, surprisingly. I thought she would have caught on by now. Maybe we just aren't seeing enough of them because they don't go to tribal, so we don't know. But anyways, that's that. Nash has a diary room, and he feels like he's still with Kristen, Ursula, and PD. PD is not really with them. I just didn't have no room for where to put PD because PD is also not really with the other group either. Yeah. So I just put him right there, no shade. Really, I need to just move Ursula and Kristen up. But I want Nash to be up there. That's my man.
Oh, brother, let's get to this episode quick.
Anyway, so my man is like, look, we're going to need one more number. Mind you, I don't know what math he's doing because, well, I guess he thinks he has PD. He don't have PD. But even if he had one more number, that would just be a tie. That's not enough. But anyways, he's like, I need one more number. And he thinks Jesse is a trustworthy person. And I also think he feels like he could flip Jesse. So
he already flipped Morgan and Kate. And we were talking about this before. Yeah. Like, did no one care that Kate and Morgan flipped? Like, I'm assuming that people don't know, or do they just genuinely don't care? Because like honestly, that would have been an issue for me. Yeah, so like I'm really interested to see like because even Nash after the blonde side, it didn't look like he ever spoke to Morgan and Kate again. It seemed like he thought maybe PD and Zen were still on his side, but then Zen admitted that he low-key wasn't. Yeah, so I'm just confused.
I think it's the concept of because I said it like I don't know if this is true, but I said last time people should flip whenever there's these two polarizing things because everyone is still going to be focused on Nash, and that's what happened. Like they flipped, but no one even thought to even consider what happened really, because they're still so mad at Nash and they're still so annoyed with Nash. It's like with Russell. If you flipped with Russell, it doesn't really matter because people are still going to want Russell out.
Yeah.
So there you go. I think sometimes it works, and this time it worked. They ate it up really, because now it's kind of like Morgan kind of is running the other side a little bit this episode. Yeah. Very interesting. That's queen. But they're not editing her like that. So I'm like,
I don't feel good about Kate and Morgan edited at all, but yeah.
We hear. So Nash starts fake crying because he wants people to feel sorry for him. I guess I don't think it works. But I think
I'm sorry, like literally when anybody cry, I'm not moved, no shade. But like there's no way I would have believed them tears.
Like you're the same person who was walking around with the idol on your neck yesterday and acted a fool at the Tribal Council. I don't give a fuck.
Are you crying?
You could be actually crying. I don't care. Good.
Literally no shade.
Cry more. Mwah, no bars. So they head to the reward challenge. This is the one where they had to stand on them pegs, and Kate and Morgan was eating down the win
divas.
So bad.
Divas. When I tell you, I was like, come on, pull it out, pull it out.
And baby, Morgan's abs.
Morgan is stacked, mama. She's crazy. Her body
Put her on the challenge.
Tea. Her body is tea. I need those goddamn fitness courses, girl.
Can Australian people play the challenge? Or is it just UK people that they get?
They only get UK people. D was from Australia. I think D is the only Australian they got. Other than, when they did the World Championship. Wasn't it an Australian team on World Championship?
Girl, wouldn't know.
Because I think
it was a New Zealand. It was a New Zealand team, wasn't it? Maybe not. Maybe it was Australia.
I don't remember.
It was Australia. It was Australia.
Okay.
I don't remember.
You don't know.
But
Australia Survivor was on the Australian challenge. So there was an Australian challenge.
Oh, there's an Australian challenge.
Well, that was when the challenge was wanting to set up World Championship. So they had one in every country. But then they all got canceled.
I love Brooke. I don't know Brooke. She's a diva. She's a black diva. I don't know
she's black too?
I don't know if she's black. But she's definitely
Look, in Australia, if I see Brawns,
she looks like Morgan. She looks just like Morgan. Not just like, but her skin color is like Morgan. She's kind of a little darker than Morgan. She reminds me of like Teresa from the challenge. That color.
She looks diva-ish.
She's such a diva. Wait for her All-Stars run. She's on All-Stars? I know that's right. I hope not with that op of hers. Who was her op? That blonde girl who was her best friend the whole season. It started with an F.
On her?
She flipped on her. What her name start? Figgy? No, not Figgy. That's Survivor US. Somebody in the chat tell me who was that blonde girl that flipped on Brooke on that season?
Why she at the very end? Her?
Flick. I liked Flick. No, Flick flipped on her because she needed to flip on her. Brooke was gonna beat her down in the end. Okay. Period. So I'll give her that. She did need to flip on her, but hey. Anyways, Noonan and them. Back at the tribe, they lost the reward because they're losers. They go back to the tribe. Nash has this diary about how nobody's really playing this game, and I wanted to play my game, play the game, and that's why I played my idol. That's why I walked around with the idol, because I wanted to get this game started. So he goes to his alliance, or in his mind, his alliance, Kristen, Ursula, and Petey, and it's like, look, y'all, I actually threw the first challenge because I felt like we needed to really like get it going, and for us to get it going, I needed to throw the first challenge. And they're like, nigga, what?
Like, it's like I don't understand. Like Kent admitting to burning Max's hat, him admitting to throwing the first immunity.
Is like, this what Ferris did?
No, Ferris was an idiot.
Then why do they do it? Because I'm thinking, because I know Nash and Ferris are real good friends. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe he just thinks he's Ferris and he can manipulate and do these things. But you can't Nemo. But no, he's just stupid. Interesting. So we get to immunity. This is the one where they do the kickball and shit. Miles ate this up, by the way, which is why they lost. So they lost this immunity challenge and they head back to the tribe. Noonan says Nash the Rash got to go. You know what Noonan is going to do. She's going to gather the majority, make sure they all on the same page, lock them all in. Boom. Very simple. No shade. Ursula,
I need them to get out of this Brawns Tribe. Like, I needed to mix up because I just feel like they're stagnant. They're very stagnant, especially after winning those next two tribals after Nash won. I mean, those next two immunities. It's like they haven't really had to, play for real.
I agree. I think Ursula is going to be big. If I had to guess of this tribe, I would say Paulie, Noonan, and Ursula will have more.
I don't think Ursula is going to give anything.
Ursula is going to have her moment. And she has one here because she has a diary room and she says, look, I just want to make sure that I'm good because I know I'm on the wrong side. So she goes to the big group and she's like, well, guys, I am willing to work with y'all. And here go Morgan. Are you? Because you haven't talked to us actually ever since we started playing the game. So I'm not sure that you.
Really and then they low-key started jumping her like, yeah, girl, we don't. Why would we tell you anything if you don't talk to us? You're on his side. And Ursula was like, look, I gotta do what I gotta do. Well, y'all know Nash told me that he threw the first immunity. I said, ooh, Ursula, okay.
So she went to work. My girl Ursula is good. This is my favorite girl on this tribe. And it will stay that way. And I'm gonna stick beside her. I'm sticking beside Ursula and I'm sticking beside Miles. They better be the final two. Are there final twos or final threes in Survivor Australia?
It's final threes. It's final threes. Last season I watched it was final three.
It is. Who was up there with Ferris? Who was up there with Ferris? I guess don't spoil it.
Did he win unanimous? His sidekick and
his sidekick. They don't have a name.
Honestly, I forgot it.
Damn. He got him and his sidekick to the
end. It was the final two last time.
You did all of this and you was lying.
Girl,
I can't believe you. You know it's crazy. I literally said it's a final two or final three. He was talking to me like I was crazy.
Y'all, I was like, it's obviously a final three. It's Survivor. Oh, they only had one final three in Australia Survivor? Girl, wait. I do not recall Titans versus Rebels being the final three.
Lee gaslighting you. He always does this, y'all. Y'all don't understand.
No, I be thinking I'm right.
Anyway. Wait, so they let Ferris and his sidekick get to the end? Are they stupid?
Oh, no, it wasn't his sidekick.
And then you lied about that! Nash has a diary room. And he says, look, he knows everybody's coming for him.
How did I forget that she was thrown up? I gotta go back and watch that end game.
Damn. But yes, Nash is like, everybody gonna come for me, so I need to start coming for them. So he's trying to get the target on Morgan because Morgan is running the other tribe. He tries to flip Jesse. Jesse has the fattest ass in the world. My God, that scene.
Is it a requirement for Australians to wear the Australian men to wear Speedos?
Don't question it.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just curious, is this an Australian man trend? Like, do hella men in Australia walking around in Speedos? Because I need to go to Australia.
So let me tell you something. When I was talking earlier about who I found attractive, I said only the Brawns Tribe. We're on the Brawns Tribe now. Y'all know about Nash.
Girl, it's honestly just Pauly.
Pauly looks amazing. You know Pauly got a swanger. Now, as a bottom, I'll leave it at those two. As a top,
who?
Jesse with that badonk tank.
Badonk tank.
Especially if his face, and I mean his face is, I just don't want to see it. Face down, ass up. All of that ass.
No, that was a crazy shot though. That was
a lot of ass.
It didn't even fit in there.
In the frame. Didn't even fit in the frame. Like, that was crazy. I don't know what that was. Oh my God. But anyway, I just had to mention
it. Like, you had to mention that. That
was crazy. Did y'all see that, chat?
No, that was crazy.
Oh my God. But yes. So it doesn't work when he tries to flip Jesse. So instead he goes to find an idol. Then he finds an idol. He's allegedly reading the clue. He folds it up real fast and runs away. And Pauly runs after him. And he's like, let me see it. And he's like, because you remember the last time y'all let me see it, the way y'all acted when I let y'all see it. And Pauly was like, okay. Noonan was like, oh, did you find something? Let me see it. He's like, no. The last time. And it's like, I think that was a good excuse. Last time y'all acted a fool because they did.
Yeah.
But
it's like,
I don't know.
You shouldn't have led with being so open and vocal about shit, because now look, you basically showed them, well, no, you don't actually have an idol. Like, because if you actually had one, you would have showed us.
You would have did it because you did it last time. It's crazy because he's actually, I think he has an upside, Nash, because he's so active. Like, the fact that he even got the votes last time was crazy. I just feel like if he wasn't as Nash as he is, he could have made it to the tribe swap, honestly. If he didn't just act a fool. He just acted a fool. He came out here
and played way too hard.
If he would have saved this energy and like did it later on, it would have worked. Or even like AK was acting a fool, but not like this. It wasn't wear the necklace around my neck and run around. It was just energy, and it was like, okay, we can sense it, but it wasn't so bad. If he would have just calmed down a little bit, he could have lasted a little bit longer. But hey, we move. So yes, they all scramble a little bit. They decide they're just gonna put 2 votes on Ursula just in case he has the idol, and then we head to the tribal council.
Poor Ursula.
But she gonna be good.
She needs to join.
She's gonna swap with Karin and Zara because Karin and her had that little communicate.
Now that could be her way out.
Yes, Ursula. I can't wait. Anyways, we get to the tribal council.
Oh, you are Ursula Stan. Okay.
I love Ursula down now, unless I find out she an Australian for Trump. Why was Luke an Australian for Trump? Do you know how much I loved him?
Child, that was your first mistake.
He was young and fine and tall and handsome.
The boy from South Australia came walking, and
I literally couldn't keep my panties from dropping.
He felt fine.
And then I saw him follow Trump, and I pulled him right back up. I dried up. Woof. Y'all ever seen Final Destination where it's water on the floor, and then when he's done with his kill, the water just sucked back up into the toilet? That's what that was. Like, just drunk all of that. But anyways, Nash goes home. That's it. Boom. Next episode.
The tribal wasn't even like gaggy like that, world. It was just like we knew he was going home.
Yeah, they just ate him up. They ate him up for 10 minutes, and then he went home. No shade. Oh fuck. Let's get to these next episodes.
But that's the game. Was he holding them back because they beasted through the next 2 episodes?
They did. Maybe he was you know what? He probably was. He threw the first challenge.
Yeah.
And they called him out at the tribal about that. They was like, do you really fuck with us or do you not? Because you threw the challenge and we know it. Called him out, gagged him. And then they started winning. So boom. We head into episode 5. Ursula's like, she's tired of getting her name written down. And it's probably Noonan because Noonan doesn't fuck with me. Noonan and Ursula have this this is why Ursula is relevant, because why are we seeing this? But Noonan and Ursula has this conversation, and basically Noonan's like, look, that's going to be the last time I'm writing your name down, by the way. Don't worry. And, you don't have to promise it back to me, but, I just promise I won't write it down anymore. Ursula didn't say nothing. She said, okay, and move forward.
There ain't nothing to say, mama.
Nothing to say. Vote her out. Ooh, I hope she gets her out.
That's what I think. Noonan. I don't think Noonan gonna be able to keep up in this tribe side, but we'll see.
It's not giving Kirby no more. You said Kirby last time.
Like I said, to be fair, like my scope is only Ferris and Kirby when it comes to like iconic players. So it was the closest comparison I can make, but not really.
Real. None of these people remind me of a past Australian player I've seen of the 2 seasons I've seen. Honestly, they just all feel unique.
I guess I feel like that makes sense because I've seen a few people on Twitter saying how like a lot of people are acting like this on this season because they saw how Ferris was acting last season.
Boom.
And I do know that the whole Ferris versus Kirby thing was like huge. So I'm like, maybe it's giving everyone feel like they have to be that activated, like that main character vibe. But I don't know.
You know what's crazy about Ferris and Kirby? I thought they were returnees. When I saw the commentary, I always was like, oh, that's a returnee season. I got to see their original season. And then when y'all explained it, I was like, oh, they came in there.
Kirby's gonna be Australia versus the world, mama.
Why is Ferris not? Do we know that?
I don't know. But
are any of them winners? Are any of Australian versus the world, the Australia side winners? Maybe that's why.
That wouldn't be fair because Parvati a winner.
That's true. But I don't think any of the Australians were winners. Sarah didn't win.
Says yes, David.
Oh, David.
Is that the one she's working with on Deal or No Deal Island?
Yep, it is.
I'm gonna have to binge Deal or No Deal Island before I watch.
What season did David win?
Australia versus the world.
Tony is there.
Oh yeah, I forgot Tony gonna be on there too.
He gonna flop. I already know.
Just like he did on the Trials.
Yes, it's that dad. That's Daddy. Y'all like David?
I mean, he did look kind of good in the clip I saw with him.
Did he?
So I'm assuming him and probably gonna work together hella closely in Australia versus the world.
Which was filmed first? Do we know?
I don't know. I think they filmed Dondi and then they went to Australia versus the world.
You know what? That makes sense.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
They met on Dondi. Yeah. Okay, boom.
Yeah, no, I said the same thing, Floria. She seems to be gagging the girls on Dondi. Yeah. So I'm gonna just wait till the end and see what it's given because apparently she's been safe 8 episodes in a row.
Yes, every tweet I see, no shade. I don't see a lot of tweets, but when I do, it's something with poverty in it. Every time.
She's clearly eating it up. So it's giving Nether with Traders Canada. Let it finish, and I'll go tune in. Now it would be gaggy if she wins Dondi though.
Ooh,
that would be gaggy, mama. Girl, put poverty on the island. She's winning. Basically,
on the boat on the island. The fuck. So we get to the reward. This one we got to collect the mud and shit. Yada yada yada. This is the one they win, and they choose to bring Allie, and Allie tells them all that tea. No shade, tells them everything.
This is actually so funny with the way we recap this because not Allie.
We already talked this. But she mentioned that Miles is just a number. Maybe we'll put a pin in that when tribe swaps. She said Kaylin's not here to play. She was wrong about that. Voted her ass out. Watch out for Rich and Max.
That's the only thing she ate.
That's the only thing she ate.
And she was wrong the first 2 times. Yeah. And she exposed her girls lines in the other one. She should have just told them, Rich and Max, you need to watch them. Like,
girl. So we get to the immunity challenge. This is the one where they had to build the fire. This one I didn't like that much. And they win. So they're good to go. Heading into episode 6, Rich was voted out of the Brawns Tribe, and he joins the Brawns Tribe. Do I have a picture of him? I hope I do.
Ooh. Oh, I guess don't give a goddamn. This was the tribe he belonged on in the first place, because Brain,
dead ass.
Henny, I don't see it. If I only had a brain.
Girl, I don't got a picture. I'll add it next time. But he's that Brawns Tribe. They win anyways. No shade. They go to the reward. He has the scroll, but he ends up giving it to Brain, so that doesn't matter either. Yep. But they head to reward. It's the 1v1 one. And there was a moment where during reward, this had, what was it, 2v2? There was 2v2 on this reward. And during 2v2, during this reward, Rich did eat that shit up. And I remember Lee asked me, he was like, is Rich helping them in the challenges? Is it gonna suck if he goes to the other tribe? And I was like, nah, he ain't doing shit. Girl, hell yeah.
Girl.
Hell yeah. Because if
they
Rich was
literally
on Brains,
with their strongest person.
Yeah. If Rich was on Brains, I think he would have helped them win the challenge. But he didn't. And then at the immunity challenge, later on, the one where they had to do the grid and had to do the puzzle, during this challenge, Rich is asking the Brain Tribe to throw it.
And I'm
in front of everybody again.
Brawn saw that. Maybe not. I guess not, huh?
I don't know because we didn't go back to them, but I was like, it seemed like he was in front of a lot of people. So I'm like, did they not?
They probably just don't give a damn about him. They probably was like, he's going home first if we lose. They didn't lose, and not even the tribe swap. So
true. But yeah,
and then it's like we didn't like. I like when they're kind of on a different tribe for long enough to where they can create relationships with them, and it's like literally nothing happened with Rich being switched over. Like he wasn't even there long enough to actually build a connection, I don't believe, with any of them. So he's probably going to go straight back to the bomb squad whenever it swaps. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this tribe swap because I'm like, for the Brain mainly, I want to see how they get divided and how they work around that.
Yeah, I agree. I remember I like this season better than the ones I'm seeing so far because in the seasons I was watching, it took them till like episode 10 to tribe swap. If they tribe swap this early in the new era, I'm gonna love that because it would bore me sometimes when we were still on the 2 tribe shit on by episode fucking 8 and 9 and 10 and 11. Swap these tribes, King. Okay.
Yeah, and that's again a huge issue for Survivor US. Like the 3 tribe dynamic wouldn't be that bad if we had consistent tribe swaps. The tribe swap during whose season was that they swapped?
They swapped one time. I don't remember.
Caleb in them season. Who won that season? What season was that?
D won that season.
Diva. That was so good. And honestly, 45 is one of the best of the new era.
I agree. And that's because we need something dynamic. And I was telling people because Survivor US, we're going to be hopping into our Survivor US. Yeah, y'all better be
come on in like 15 minutes, y'all. Y'all better tune in.
So y'all better tune in and then y'all better tune into us or skip it and then tune into us. Anyways, but for Survivor 48, we're going to be voting for Survivor 50. Everything about Survivor 50, how many tribes, the tribe colors, if there's gonna be idols, if there's gonna be everything. So
not the days, apparently.
Not the days though. So if you weren't gonna watch Survivor 40, but you are gonna watch Survivor 50, maybe you should tune in so you can at least get into the voting of it all. But one of the things I feel like I hope we can vote for is if they're gonna tribe swap, because yes. Okay.
Yeah, especially if it's 2 tribes. I think if we can get 2 tribes up in there, they have to tribe swap. There's no way you do 2 tribes. And all the way up into merge on a freaking returnee season. Tribe swap them.
based on the questions he was saying they're going to ask, I definitely think they're going to have us vote if it's going to be a chop up. Because we're also voting if there's going to be fire making, which I never thought he would do. I thought he would
lock in
with these votes.
The fire making has got to go. Is that Ferris? Not Ferris in the chat. Not Ferris in the chat.
Oh, I mean,
Miles. I'm Nash. I'm sad that he went home. The entertainment. You.
No, I love Ursula. Ferris, I love Ursula personally. That's my personal fave. Love her down. Love Miles down. Ursula and Miles are my number one and number two. I wish Nash would have stayed. I saw on the podcast he said, "What if he would have won?" I don't know why he said that. But yeah, those are my faves. Who are your faves?
Calm down. Dude, you got the fuck out of here.
But yes, y'all, join us for our Survivor premiere. We are going to be going live. Girl, let me go get something to eat and shit real quick, and we'll be back obviously in 2 hours, 1 hour, whatever. Bye, y'all. Get into the other shit as well. Bye. Shit.